Today we're going to begin in Shavasana, so on our back, flat, of course, with the palms facing up. And the feet wide, so take up much space on your mat, usually the top corners of the mat. That's where I like to have the heels resting to begin classes. And as you lie here, I want you to just try and pull your shoulder blades together, which will then, your arms might come in a little closer to your body. And starting from your heels, the heels of your feet, just feel the floor, feel your mat beneath your heels, up your calf muscles, perhaps your thighs are on the floor, definitely your glutes, up your back to your shoulders and to your back of the head, to the back of the head. And for this, your eyes can be open or closed, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And just focus on your inhales and your exhales now. So the inhales might help you feel a little bit lighter. And the exhales kind of almost weigh you down as if you're just more part of the mat rather than somebody just laying on a mat. Now this is important so that we can bring attention to what our body's feeling today. And some days we have really great bodies. There's no pains, no aches. We're ready to roll. And other days we just have to be careful. We have to be aware of what the body's giving us today because it's not always the same. So whatever's happening within your body today, we just accept it with no judgments upon ourselves and no stories as to why something is not feeling great. Just accept that that is part of what today is. I'll take one round of the 5-5-5 breath. So exhale all the air out of your body. Now inhale my 5 counts. So start inhaling now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale through open mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now take just a great big inhale through your mouth and sigh through an open mouth. And let's begin in Banana Asana today. So interlock your hands with the palms facing down above your chest. Bring your feet together. Push your palms up to the ceiling. Stretch your arms as much as you can. And then reach the arms above your head and back. So the hands are on the floor above your head. And point your toes and get as long, as tall as you can here. Good, and feel your ribs expanding and contracting with each inhale and each exhale. Now from here, this is what becomes the Banana Asana as we walk the heels over to the left edge of the mat. And now we grab the right wrist with the left hand and get a good grip on there with at least 3 fingers. Inhale and lift your upper body and pull your left shoulder down toward your left hip as your right shoulder reaches the top right corner of the mat. So maybe you have a big bend in your banana and maybe you don't. And now we try to straighten the right arm into the right side body. Cross the right ankle over the left if you can, as long as the legs stay straight. Now your eyes can be open or closed, whatever's comfortable for you this morning. And just feel as though that right lung is helping stretch the ribs and the intercostal muscles because it's inflating with an inhale. Good. Walk the heels back to the middle of the mat. Now lift the upper body up, and we'll do the same on the other side. So we begin interlocking the fingers again, just to make sure we get as much length as we can and as much use out of this stretch as possible. So now that we have that length back, the heels walk over to the right edge of the mat. And then we grab the left wrist with the right hand, lift up the upper body, pull the right shoulder down as the left shoulder meets the top left corner of the mat as much as possible. Cross the left ankle over the right, legs stay straight. And just notice now the difference between the sides. Perhaps there's nothing, maybe it's the hip on this side or the obliques, or it's just interesting to bring attention to your own body. And now walk the heels back to center, please, and then the upper body comes back as well. Bring the hands beside the hips just to bring some blood back into the arms. In case your shoulders are tight, that might be hard on the hands. Now we're going to roll to the left side of our body. So as you roll to the left, you're going to straighten the left arm, keep it by your side. Roll not fully to the left side like you were sleeping. You want to roll back just a little so you're on the thicker part of your glute. This way, and now lift your legs up off the floor. So they're going to hover. If I'm too much on my side, it's very hard to move here. We'll bring the hand behind the head. As we inhale here, we exhale, we roll up onto the left elbow and bring the right elbow to the right knee. That's right. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 5 more. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We straighten legs. We roll to the back as we transition to the other side. Left hand behind the head. Pivot on the hips. Right hand in front of your body. Legs lift. So I'm working the obliques here. Inhale at the bottom, roll up on the right arm, and left elbow, left knee, and down. That's 1, and up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten the legs, roll to the back. Bring the soles of the feet together with the knees opening wide. Hands interlock behind the head. We're going to push the face up towards the ceiling as we exhale. We don't want to yank the neck forward, okay? So we're going to do some crunchies here. Push the feet together. This will activate your adductors. Inhale here. And exhale. Curl up as high as you can. Pull your belly down. Inhale down. Exhale up and down. That's 2 and up. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Hands beside your hips. We're going to keep the feet just like this. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Push into the edges of your feet. Lift your hips up and push into your hands. So squeeze the glutes as hard as you can. Glutes are the bum cheeks. And press into the mat really hard. And then lower the hips down. Release the tension on the glutes, and then lift back up as high as you can. And lower, and lift. Lower, and lift. 7 more. 7, so that's down, up, down, up, down, up. Push your feet together. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. 2 more. Down, up, down, up. and down. Exhale, bring the leg to the body, cross the ankle. Roll a little bit left and roll a little bit right. Bring your forehead up to your knees. With your ankles crossed, I want you to try and sit up. So one big kick up. So pull your heels in and sit all the way up. Maybe it takes you twice, maybe once. We're gonna roll right over, walk to the center of the mat, right to the stomach. Hands beside the hips with the palms facing up. This is called Shalabhasana, so full Shalabhasana today. We're going to lift the hands up and back as well as lift the heels up with the legs straight. So it's going to look like this. Inhale, shoulders roll back, legs lift, knees come off the floor, and then come down. Inhale, up and down. Take this time to really squeeze the shoulder blades together at the top, up and down. That's 3. And up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold this 10th one. Now take this opportunity. Lift your hands, lift your feet, and squeeze the hands together. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on down. Hands beside your body. Push all the way back. Bring your toes together and your knees to the edges of the mat. Sit the hips back for child's pose. And bring your forehead to the floor. If your forehead doesn't reach because you're tight somewhere, doesn't matter where, bring your fist beneath your forehead and just rest your head on there. Otherwise, focus to the floor. From this child's pose, we keep this length and this depth that we have here. Walk the hands over to the left, side of the mat and beyond, onto the floor. So, child's pose with this twist, we might be tempted to lift up higher to get more of a twist, but keep that right side really anchored down. Keep your right arm straight. Bring your forehead to the floor. And just feel the spine moving in a different way. Good. The hands walk back to the center of the mat. Okay, so now we're back in a traditional child's pose. And then walk the hands over to the right. Same thing here. I want to feel the stretch in the side body, so I'm going to try and keep that left sit bone down. Push down into the left shoulder. Walk the hands back to the center. Pull your body forward. Please bring your knees together and tuck your toes. Sit the hips back on those tucked toes, so I'm able to sit all the way back. This is called intense toe stretch for a reason. Your feet might be super tight, so feel free to brace yourself on the floor or come right back. We don't hold it for very long. Make sure all your toes are curled under so they get an even stretch. We just hold for a few breaths. If it's intense, focus on your breathing. If it's no problem, focus on your breathing anyway. It all comes back to that. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the floor, roll back onto the soles of the feet. At the back of the mat, we can come into a forward fold. First forward fold, you might need to bend your knees and cross your arms, and this rounds the spine a little more and gives you a morning stretch. If you're doing this in the morning. Or you can keep the legs straight right away. Hands to shins or to blocks, or to the floor if you're flexible enough, and tuck the chin. When you tuck your chin, there's no tension in the neck. Just as if you're holding a nice soft peach there, just holding it in place. Now bend your knees, bring the hands out to the side, and inhale and stand up. And now let the palms meet and bring the hands to heart center. So now take a moment here to find your balance, to find your breath. No worries. So let's begin with the balance. So I'm going to face you guys. You guys stay right where you are. Let's lift the right leg. So you may start slow, or you may be able to lift that right leg right away. As high as you can. Good. Now we're going to try and straighten that right leg. We haven't done much hamstring warm-up, but we want to try and straighten it and really work that hip flexor. We hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the heel to bum and then forward fold. Kick the right leg back into a standing splits. Good. So from here, if your left leg is bent really, really hard, you should be using blocks. But again, you're at home, so it's okay. Bring the right foot next to the left. Cross your arms and forward fold. Pull the belly button up and out of the way. Bend the knees, inhale, stand all the way up. Let the palms meet. Bring the hands to heart center. Okay, the other side. Balance takes a couple minutes sometimes, especially if you're new to doing this. So my tip is to make sure you're focused on something that's not moving. So not me, whatever you see here, or someplace in your house. Lean to the right, then lift the left as high as you can. If that's solid and you feel like challenging yourself, we straighten that leg and keep the toes lifting. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel forward fold, so I'm going to pivot on the right leg right into a standing splits. Don't worry about the height of the standing splits. Really focus on that stretch on the right leg. And that left leg will get higher the more we activate that left glute in this case. Left foot to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift to Ardha Uttanasana. So shoulder blades retract, push into your shins, and exhale, belly button pulls in, and we forward fold. And then stand all the way up. And the palms meet, and the hands come to heart center. Good work. Alrighty, let's try that again. Move just a little faster, back into the right leg. So balance into the left, lift the right knee up. Straighten the right foot, leg, pull the toes back. Heel to bum, stand. Walk the hands forward with the leg lifted, all the way into down dog. So hands are shoulder width apart. That leg lifts, the body pushes back. Left leg could bend a little bit or stay straight, as long as your upper body in down dog's looking good. Now roll forward into plank, keep that right leg up, or choose to bring it to the floor. And we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And push back to down dog, walk back to standing splits. And now plant the right foot down. And forward fold. Bend the knees and stand all the way up. The top of the inhale brings the hands together, hands to heart center. Let's do that on the left. Left leg lifts, challenge yourself, lift it high, then straighten the leg as much as you can. Heel to bum, standing splits. Look forward, walk forward into three-legged dog. Walk the hand forward, or just roll into plank. Lift the kneecap up. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way back up, right into standing splits. Left foot comes down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, knees to the floor, nice and wide. Tops of the feet to the floor. We come into a child's pose. So in yoga, we're trying to balance the breath. That may have gotten us out of breath, but as much as you can, you're not talking or you're just focused on this. So inhale to 3 or 4 count. Exhale, 3 or 4 count. Control it. Even if your heart may be racing, remember to breathe, because we move ahead again. We keep going. So let's roll forward into down dog, please. Let's lift the knees up and sit back here for a second. Good. Lower the right heel to the floor and just bend the left leg a little bit. Try to straighten the right leg. Just stretch that back, that right leg as much as you can. And switch sides. Left heel to floor, right leg bends. Good. Look forward. Now, once we look forward, bring the right hand to about the center of the mat. Bring the foot together. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot, which then brings the left hand up to float into side plank. So you can stack the feet or bring one foot in front of the other. Now push really hard into that hand and then pull the hand towards your feet. And see if you can activate your upper body, your lats. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. So back through down dog, left center, feet are together. We roll over, shoulder stacks above the wrists. We lift up. Try to find your balance. Lift up. It's like a banana asana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand to the floor. Look between your hands and take a big step forward. All the way to the top of the mat. And bend the knees and inhale, stand all the way up. Palms meet, hands to heart center. Take a sigh if you can. Just checking the sound here. Good. Inhale and lift the hand up. Let the palms meet and exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. So here, if you can't touch the floor, use your shins. And then hands all the way to the floor. Step back to plank. Elbows turn into your sides. Lower halfway down. Then turn the tops of your feet to the floor. Roll into up dog. Bring your heels together. And push the ground away. Then pull your shoulder blades. Then exhale, roll over your feet. Inhale and lift the right leg up. And step the right foot between your hands. Bring the back knee down. Top of the foot to the floor. Inhale to a low lunge. Front knee is stacked as much as you can, because we're going to do a little movement here. So pull your front heel forward, or front heel back, and your back knee forward. And then turn your tailbone down and flex this side. Drop the shoulders. Lots of stuff going down here. Just realized as I was saying the 50-second thing here. Sorry. All right, let's move a little bit. So inhale and lift the hands and find length. Exhale, turn the palms out. Sink forward over that front leg. Now the knee surpasses the ankle. We inhale to low lunge, palms together. Exhale, back down by the sides. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. up and down. Last time up and then down. Good. Both hands to the inside of the right leg. Keep the right knee stacked over, but walk the hands over to the left. So, from the front, this is how I would like it to look. Like this, over there. So, I'm not coming forward. I'm not pushing that knee in. The knee is still over the ankle. That's my foundation. Okay, doing good, you guys. Keep up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands walk back towards the right foot. Right foot steps back. Hands come into chaturanga. Halfway down. Tops of the feet to the floor into up dog. Exhale into down dog. Good. I'll switch directions. You guys stay right there. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps through. Back knee down. Top of the foot to the floor. Good. Our goal is to have that front knee stacked and the hips coming forward a little bit. Okay, let's do that movement. So find the length first. And inhale, and exhale. Lean forward a little more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up. And down. Up. And down. 2 more. 1. And down. And 2. And down. Hands to the inside of the right foot. Hands walk out, but knee stays stacked. So if you've got really bendy hips like me, I can come quite low, but I'm still using this as my marker. So I don't overdo it, push myself too hard. And now walk the hands back. Good, step the left foot back. Move through your chaturanga or choose to just find a down dog. Back into down dog. Bend the knees softly, walk the hands to the back of the mat. Forward fold back here. Bend the knees, stand all the way up. Hands to heart center. Nice. Okay. Let's get cooking. Inhale, hands lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, just a bit of a deeper forward fold here. So see if you can use your ankles or your calves to pull yourself deeper. Legs are straight. We call it an active forward fold. Inhale, stand, hands stand, lift all the way up. Palms meet, hands to heart center. Balance into the left foot. So find that drishti, that focal point, right leg lifts. Right leg straightens. Right heel to bum, standing splits. Walk the hands forward to down dog, please. Then all the way forward to the plank. Right foot comes down, chaturanga to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Right leg lifts back up. Right foot steps all the way through to the top of the mat. Make sure your feet are hips distance. We inhale to crescent. Good. Hold here. Good. So think of pushing the back heel forward. The left hip pushes forward, and we stay deep in that front leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Hands to the floor. Find your down dog. Move to your chaturanga. To your up dog. To your down dog. I'll keep trucking, you guys keep up. Right leg lifts, hands walk to the back of the mat, standing splits. And right foot comes beside the left. Inhale, stand all the way up. Palms meet, and start to. Good, 3 inhales and exhales here. 2. And 3. Left leg lifts. And straighten. Heel to bum. Standing splits. Walk forward. Stop at down dog. Make sure you're good to go. Forward to chaturanga. Foot comes down. And up. Exhale to down dog. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps through. Inhale to crescent. Good, nice place to stop, catch our breath, and it's still a pretty strong posture. Good, we hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the floor, chaturanga, or just choose down dog. Whatever you feel like. It's all good. We got a month together. Don't push yourself. Left lift. Hands walk back. And left foot down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand. Palms move. And exhale. Hands to heart center. Good. Doing good, guys. Stay focused. Be here with yourself now, with me on the mat. Nothing else matters but right now, okay? Inhale, lift. Palms meet, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the floor, right leg lifts. And hands walk forward. Down dog. Good. Walk them forward even further. Push through to plank. Try to keep your right foot up now or bring it down. Chaturanga to up dog. Exhale to down dog. The foot up is optional, my friends. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Right foot through. Inhale to crescent pose. Or you only hold here for a second. Exhale. Hands are going to come to the inside of the right foot. And then we're going to walk the hands out. So bring your back heel down. So your toes are pointing to the long side of the mat. And sink forward here. From the side, this is what you should be looking like. I'm sinking deep into that front leg. I'm not over here. Staying right here. It's like a funky down dog. Hold here. Press into the back foot as well as the front. Straighten the right leg. Walk the hands to the long side of the mat. Turn the toes, and then we come into a wide-legged forward fold here. So just as you like. We'll hold this for a few breaths. If you can come wider, come wider. If your hands can't touch the floor, use your blocks. Each exhale breathes or moves us through that tension. Inhale, halfway lift here. So I like to come to my fingertips. That's the Ardha Uttanasana. So I pull my shoulders back, and then I walk to the back of the mat now. Turn the left toes. Step forward into a standing splits on the left leg. Right leg lifts. Pull the toes in. Find a little balance here, friends. So maybe your left hand with your left ankle, then maybe your right, maybe neither. But just try. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands back to the floor if they were off. Right foot to the back of the mat, front of the mat. Walk to the long side, into that wide-legged forward fold. Back to the front, watch your toes turn. Back into the crescent legs, so back heel is up. Inhale to crescent. Good. Exhale, hands back to the floor, and just step back to a 3-legged dog. And now walk back to standing splits. And right foot meets the left. So I told you we're all over the mat today. Bend the legs, inhale and stand all the way up. Lift the palms, let the palms meet, and hands come to heart center. Lots of inversions there. Let's just take a moment to let the blood sink back down. All right, let's do the other side. That was fun. Well, for me, inhale, lift the hands, palms meet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, left leg lifts up. Inhale, walk forward to down dog. And step the left foot through. Inhale to crescent pose. Good, and just find your footing here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hands come straight down to the inside of the left foot. Back heel comes down. So I'm using this leg again as my alignment. I could feel it was a little too far. Walk the hands directly out and forward. Funky dog, funky down dog. So here, I'm doing my very best to push as hard as I can on my back foot as well as my front. It's not taking all the weight. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands back, but only for a second. We straighten the left leg, turn the left toes. So I have to adjust my one foot so that I can come into this wide-legged forward fold. My toes are in line. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, challenge yourself just a little bit. And then grab your ankles if you can, or your big toes with your peace fingers. And pull your body forward, or down and through your legs. Let the elbows come out. Take just another moment here. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Walk to the back of the mat now. Good. The toes will turn quite naturally, I find. If they're not, you won't get into the right position. So let your body use their instincts. It's good. So we push forward into that standing splits on the right leg now. And push the left heel back. Once you feel you have that balance, take your hands off the floor and maybe grab your right ankle. Now here in balances, just look at nothing. It's like a forward fold with just one leg. Lift the heel up, pull the toes back into the shin. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the floor. Left hand to the floor. Walk right through to this wide-legged down forward fold. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana so the back is flat. Exhale, walk back to the top of the mat. And inhale to crescent, just for one more time. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor. And sit back. Let's move to chaturanga. So keep your elbows really close to your ribs. Inhale to up dog. Roll to down dog. Good work, you guys. Bend the knees. Look between the thumbs. We're going to try and hop to the tops of the feet. So we hold there for a second. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So slowly, at least the first time, if you've done it before, go ahead and make it happen. If not, we bend deep. We're going to slowly hop forward, tops of the feet to the floor, and lower the knees down with control. This is hero's pose. If you feel the top of your feet get burned because of the mat, you're welcome. Good. Excellent. Good. Let's roll forward across the ankles. Let's roll all the way back to the back. Bring the legs into the body. I naturally cross my ankles here, but if you're better without them crossed, do that. Let's straighten the legs, the length of the mat. Interlock the hands and we'll push those hands up again. We'll take a big stretch and a few breaths here to catch our breath. Lots of forward folds, lots of chance for chaturangas in that class. I feel like that kind of sequence that could go on forever. It just kind of flows so nicely. Left hand's going to come beside the body now with the palm facing down because I'm not quite happy yet with the core. Roll to the side again. Let's practice that movement of the crunchies. The feet hover. If you're right on your hip bone, you won't have any movement to move. Right hand behind your head. Inhale. Exhale, roll up to the elbow and touch your knee. There, good. And down and up. That's 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll right to the other side now. Right hand extends, lengthen palm down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back to your backs, everybody. You can leave your feet on the floor. Bring your hands to your belly. And let your mind take control of your breath rhythm. Try to breathe. Let's practice. Oh, I think it's the Samvriti Pranayama is a 3-part breath. What does that mean? I'm glad nobody asked because it's a recording, just kidding. So we inhale into the hands with just the belly to start. So try not to move anything else, just lift your belly button up into your hands as you inhale. And then exhale, feel the belly button come down into your spine. Inhale, lift, and lower. Good. And just find that rhythm. Through your hands, feel that connection to your breath. If you have a stressful day planned or Mondays are hard for you, remember to breathe today. Good. Now the second part of this 3-part breath is, I want you to focus on these ribs here. These are called the floating ribs. Bring your hands to your floating ribs. Palms right there. Now as you inhale, think of spreading those ribs apart. And you can feel them if you really pull your belly in, and then let the ribs come together. Inhale, expand those ribs. Exhale, and pull them together. Inhale, expand, and maybe you're moving a little slower than me. That's okay. Ribs together. And do a couple breaths at home, just with the rib movement. Okay, now we incorporate the third part of the breath, which is the upper chest. And if you suffer from anxiety and stress or under a stressful situation, you might only breathe into the top part of your lungs, which causes you to breathe shallower and might cause some stress or anxiety. So here I want you to breathe so deep that your heart lifts up towards your chin. So you're really focused on bringing that air up, and then let the upper chest come down. You can keep your hands on the ribs or bring it to your solar plex. And down. Okay guys, that's the 3 parts to the breath. Now let's bring it all together. So hands back to the belly. Inhale, lift the belly. Keep inhaling, spread the ribs. Keep inhaling, lift the upper chest towards the chin. As big breath as you can. Exhale, upper chest comes down, ribs come in, and belly comes down. Inhale, belly lifts, ribs separate, upper chest lifts, and exhale, upper chest down. Ribs together, and belly in. Belly, ribs, upper chest, and reverse. Belly, ribs, upper chest, ribs, belly. Do a couple on your own. I'll be quiet for a second. Okay, let's cross those ankles again and pull the knees into the body and roll all the way up into a seat. I will face you guys, and we bring the hands to heart center. So in the seated posture, we pull the flesh away, make sure that we're anchored to the floor. Drop the shoulders down, and the back of your head is in line with the tailbone, and then we got a pretty good alignment here. Thank you for joining me. It's wonderful to have you in class. Have a really, really wonderful day. The light in me bows to the light in each of you. Namaste. Good work, guys.